Game of the Week is brought to you by Valley Regional Hospital, where it's all about staying healthy. The Valley Building Supplies for home improvement and construction, from concept to completion. Kasasa, free checking that pays, now available at Claremont Savings Bank. And HR Clough, the home energy specialist and Kearsarge Heating Oils.
Welcome back to the YCN Game of the Week. Jeremy Stout, Andrew Zerhide, as we are set to begin the second quarter of play between Woodstock and Windsor. No score yet.
YCN Saturday College Game Day Live features 3 exciting Division I football games every week on YCN. On October 29th at noon, it's Wagner traveling to UMass, followed at 3:30 by Western Kentucky at Florida Atlantic. And at 7 p.m., it's Marshall at Southern Mississippi.
So both teams scoreless so far, switching sides. Now Woodstock will go towards the end zone. Not many fans at that end zone. Asbury with the carry on third down. It's going to be close to a first down. I think it's going to be short by just about yard or half a yard. So bring up fourth down, and Woodstock already 0 for 1 in conversions. This one obviously a lot shorter. You would imagine to keep this one on the ground.
Yeah, I mean, you have to. You know, looks about a half a yard maybe. They can't mess around too much, just a straight handoff. Not too many fakes. Let's see what they do.
And they do the handoff, as you said. This one goes to Robinson. And that gets them inside the 10 for a first down.
Nice play there by the Wasps. Just a simple run to the left. No fakes or anything like that. Not giving Windsor any time to break the line of scrimmage. They just needed about a yard, and that's what they got.
So it'll be first and goal. Woodstock has been in this position before. This time will be about the 8-yard line. Wood and Asbury in the backfield. Looks like a running formation. It goes to Bill Wood. He beats one tackler, gets to the outside, hurdles over another, and a touchdown, Woodstock.
Nice job there by Wood. Rolling to the right, sprinting past the defender, and he's into the end zone for the game's first points.
Beats one defender, then hurdles another one, diving would-be tackler at the goal line. And touchdown, number 1, the senior, Wood. The 10:59 to go here in the second quarter. They score the game's first points.
This is a weird formation.
So they got a little offset formation there, trying to see if they can catch Windsor napping, I guess, and maybe quick snap it, but Windsor not falling for it. So the extra point. Wood is the kicker. The ball is up. Ooh, and it is no good. So Wood gets the touchdown, but they cannot convert the extra point. Woodstock with the 6-0 lead here in the second quarter. We'll step aside. You're watching the YCN Game of the Week. Welcome back to the YCN Game of the Week. Jeremy Stout, Andrew Zerhide, where Woodstock has just gone on top 6-0 with 10:59 to go here in the second quarter.
Stay tuned at the end of today's gridiron matchup for the Valley Regional Staying Healthy Defensive Player of the Game.
So Bill Wood scoring the touchdown for Woodstock, and then the kicking duties, misses the extra point. He will be kicking off as well. Back to return, Balch and Patnode for the Yellow Jackets. Wood keeps the kick low on the ground. It's fielded by number 22, Hunter Judd. He just falls on it, not able to advance it after falling on it. So that'll be first down for Windsor. Looks like it'll be at their own 30-yard line. See if Windsor can answer that Woodstock score. They had a good first drive, but stalled out and had to punt it away. So see if they have any more success on this one. Seth Balch under center, two running backs behind him. That's Judd and Patnode. And he'll give to Patnode on the handoff up the middle for a 4-yard gain.
Our next Monday night high school game of the week will feature the powers of Division II as the John Stark Generals head up I-89 to take on the Marauders of Hanover. In 2 weeks, we start football tournament coverage with a quarter-final game.
So that'll bring up 2nd and about 6 here for Windsor. Balch under center. This time it'll go to Patnode. He cuts to the outside. Falls just short of the first down. That'll bring up 3rd and 1. Well, we talked a lot about the offenses, but as you mentioned, giving up those numbers, both defenses are pretty strong, giving up fewer than 10 points a game, maybe one of them 11 points a game, and the other one about 8 points a game. And the sneak there by Balch, catching the defensive line napping, and that'll be a first down easily for Windsor.
Nice play call there by Windsor. You don't want to leave it up to 4th down. Just needed a couple yards, and that's what they got.
So it'll bring up 1st and 10, ball on the Windsor 41. Zachary McLeod out wide. Judd and Dakota Page in the backfield for Windsor, and that'll be a flag before anything starts. It looks like it'll be offsides. So a free 5 yards. Woodstock doesn't want to be doing that too often, so that'll bring up 1st and 5. Making sure the clock's all set. Continuing to move here in the second quarter. Woodstock leading 6-0. Handoff goes to Patnode, and he's got a hole, and it looks like he's got enough daylight. He's going to go all the way to the end zone. Touchdown, Windsor.
Great job there by Patnode rolling to the right, but even better job by the Windsor blockers, making it an easy run there for Patnode. And Windsor responds very quickly to that Woodstock touchdown.
And after not having any points in the first 13 minutes of the game, the first 12 minutes in the first quarter, and then the first 1 minute of the second quarter, we suddenly have 2 touchdowns in a span of about 1 minute 59 seconds. So Windsor going to line up and go for 2 to try and go up 8-6. The pitch to the outside goes to Hunter Judd. And he gets it across the line for the 2-point conversion. And Windsor goes up 8-6. With 9 minutes to go here in the second quarter, we'll step aside. You're watching the YCN Game of the Week. Welcome back to the YCN Game of the Week. Jeremy Stout, Andrew Zerhide. Windsor getting on the board with a 45-yard touchdown run by senior running back Hunter Patnode. And then the 2-point conversion, making it 8-6. Windsor on top. Now Balch will be kicking off. Wood and Robinson back there. That'll be Robinson on the kickoff. He breaks a couple tackles. And they'll bring it up to about the 39-yard line where Woodstock will take over.
Stay tuned at the end of our telecast for the HR Clough Kearsarge Heating Oil turning up the heat player of the game when we'll pick the top performer in tonight's matchup.
So Woodstock taking over now after surrendering a touchdown and allowing the 2-point conversion. They find themselves down 8-6. Rain starting up again here in Woodstock. Had been dry for most of the first quarter after a heavy rain in the pregame. And this one goes to Robinson. He's not going to have any room. Maybe got back to the line of scrimmage. They'll spot the ball at the 40-yard line. Just a football shy of the 40-yard line.
Yeah, nice job by Robinson. It looked like he was going to get tackled for a loss of yards, but he fought forward, brought it back to the line of scrimmage. Still not a successful play, but could have been worse.
Right, yeah, at that point when you're when you're in the backfield, it's just get back to the line of scrimmage. We have an official timeout here on the field. Looks like they'll say Daniel Robinson has to come off for some reason or another.
Mouth guard violation, they just said.
So, reset the play clock and start things back up. Here comes Issa back into the huddle. He has the play. Clock moving, approaching 8 minutes to play here in the second quarter. 8-6 our score. Windsor on top. Jeremy Stout, Andrew Zerhide. Senior night here in Woodstock, undefeated teams. The fake pitch and then the handoff. Up the middle goes the running back. Asbury. Will gain about 6 yards. That'll bring up third and 4. Now is this 4-down territory right here where if you before the play you say, okay, we're gonna go, we got 2 plays to kind of give yourself some leeway of what you need to call, or is this to see what happens?
Yeah, it's hard to say. They're about the middle of the field.
Handoff, it goes to Robinson. He's back in. And that'll bring up 4th down, but minus the one big run that Woodstock has given up, the 65-yarder, which obviously hurt the touchdown. But they played some pretty good defense. So I think at this point, going forward here at the middle of the field, I think you got to agree with that move.
Yeah, it would be a short conversion. Need about a yard. Almost at the 50-yard line. I think you got to go for it.
Couple running backs in the backfield. Wood going in motion, the fake pitch, and goes to Asbury again, and he easily gets the first down.
Nice play call there by Woodstock, and nice run by Asbury. And he had a good blocker there as well. Picked up about 5-6 yards. And he got the first down.
Very important conversion there, just shy of the Windsor 45-yard line to keep the chains moving, keep the clock running here in the second quarter. Pitch to Robinson on the left side, and he's immediately met in the backfield and tackled for maybe a short gain.
And that was Hunter Patno there with the tackle. Nice job reading where the ball was going. He was one-on-one with the ball carrier and made the tackle, brought him down. He only gained maybe about 2 yards.
So clock continuing to move. Both teams electing to keep it on the ground for the most part. Inside 6 minutes here in the second quarter. All the scoring coming in this second quarter. Bill Wood, the senior running back from Woodstock, scoring on an 8-yard run, and then answering that, number 6, Hunter Patno, the senior running back, with a 45-yard run.
Our replays are being brought to you by Kasasa. Free checking that rewards in cash each month. Ask for Kasasa at Claremont Savings Bank. Qualifications and rules apply. See bank for details. Member FDIC.
So bring up 3rd down and a long 7, maybe 8 for Woodstock. Just across the 45 of Windsor. Wood going in motion. They fake the pitch to him. Asbury gets the handoff. And he gains a few yards. That'll bring up 4th down. Maybe decision time for Ramsey Worrell.
Yeah, this is a tough call. 4th and 6. Getting 6 yards won't be easy. They can do it, but this Windsor defense has been pretty strong so far. Let's see what they decide to do.
So Woodstock breaks the huddle. They line up as if they are going to go for it. We'll see if they will or if it's a kind of draw them off sides. Robinson goes in motion. Flag on the play. Most likely be a false start, and it will be a false start. Back them up 5 yards, so you wonder if that makes Coach Worrell's decision a little easier.
Yeah, I think it does, and some players just came on the field. Looks like they're going to punt. I think you have to.
Yeah, when you have 4th down and 11 yards, right, you know, even though it is on the Windsor side of the field, but that's a tough place to get it. So just punt it away, and the Woodstock defense has been pretty good as well. So, I mean, we're approaching 4 minutes to go, so Woodstock can hold him here after the punt. Robinson, the kicker for Woodstock. Spiral kick, takes a Woodstock bounce, and does it take too much of a bounce? No, it is nicely done there by Woodstock. They'll down it at the 1 yard line where Windsor will take over, leading this one 8-6 in the second quarter. You're watching the YCN Game of the Week. Welcome back to the YCN Game of the Week. Jeremy Stout, Andrew Zerhide here in Woodstock as the Windsor Yellow Jackets have the ball inside their own 1 yard line after a nice punt by Woodstock. Windsor leading 8-6 here in the second quarter, and Windsor QB will sneak that one. Number 14, Seth Ball, is just trying to get a little breathing room and out from the shadow of his own end zone.
Stay tuned at the end of today's gridiron matchup for the Valley Regional Healthcare Staying Healthy Defensive Player of the Game.
Windsor picking up a couple yards there. Nice play call, just to don't want to fumble the snap, don't want to fumble the handoff, just get the QB sneak, get a couple yards. They did that successfully, and now have a little more breathing room here on 2nd and 8. And this time the handoff will go to Hunter Judd, and he's got plenty of yardage. That'll be enough for a first down, Windsor.
Nice job by the Windsor offensive line, creating a hole there for Judd. Picking up the first down. Now they can breathe a little bit. Now they don't have to worry too much about a safety. But they are still very far back. Let's see what they do here on this drive.
Balch under center, hands it off to the second running back, and that is number 7, Dakota Page. And that'll be a nice run to the outside by Page. He gets out of bounds. That'll be nice for Windsor, stopping the clock and the first down. But I believe we have a timeout on the field. So with Windsor leading 8-6 in the second quarter, we'll step aside. You're watching the YCN Game of the Week. Welcome back to the YCN Game of the Week. Jeremy Stout, Andrew Zerhide, where Windsor leads Woodstock 8-6 in the second quarter.
Hey, local sports fans, the new YCN Sports Talk, co-hosted by our very own Jeremy Stout and Dave Collins, is every Wednesday at 7:30 p.m. And 94.5 ESPN Radio's Franklin and House Sports Talk Show is on YCN every weekday evening at 6 p.m. YCN, your local view.
Handoff, Windsor goes to the outside, is Patnode.
Nice job there by Patnode. Kind of challenging the defender for some contact. Oh, and there's a holding call against Windsor. So that play will be brought back.
So just when it looked like Windsor maybe have some life here, moving the ball nicely on this drive after starting it inside their own 1. They start going backwards.
Yeah, now they're in a bit of a hole. Looks about 1st and more than 20.
Handoff this time Goes to Judd. It looks like he slipped and then was tackled immediately. Nice job by Woodstock to get there and make sure there's no forward progress.
Yeah, Woodstock saw Judd all the way there, made the tackle. And Windsor's still in a big hole, and it looks to be about 2nd and
long.
23.
Yeah, they have to get to the 43-yard line to get the first down. So a couple plays to do it. 2nd down here, handoff to the outside goes Dakota Page. And tackled for a short gain, but nice job by Woodstock. Give him a couple yards, making sure they contain him, and that's the biggest thing. They don't want to let Page, with some speed, get to the outside.
Yeah, Woodstock has done a good job closing the holes, closing the gaps, not allowing too many big running plays. We did see one a few minutes ago, earlier in the quarter, but this drive, Woodstock has been very strong defensively.
That was really the only play that Woodstock has given up, long yardage.
Right.
Unfortunately for them, went for a score. Inside a minute here to play in the first half. We'll see if Windsor tries to hurry it up here after this 3rd down play. You got to imagine if it's 4th down, they'll just punt it away. And overthrown. He thought he had Hunter Patnote out there. Maybe had a step, but throw was a little too far out in front.
Yeah, and you got to punt the ball here. Very little chance of converting.
Yeah, if you're Windsor, you punt the ball, play some good defense. You really held Woodstock. Woodstock had a 1st and goal situation inside the 10, and Windsor stopped them, turned them over on downs. The first possession, they gave up the touchdown in the 2nd quarter, but other than that, they've really played great defense. So Windsor back to punt. Seth Balch, the QB, also the punter. He gets it away. A nice kick. Robinson back to receive. He'll let it hit the ground and makes a nice Windsor bounce. And that'll be down by Windsor, and Woodstock will take over here on just about the 31-yard line. All right, Andrew, we got one drive left here. We'll keep it right here inside a minute. Your thoughts on the first half so far?
Well, the running game has been very prevalent so far for both teams. We've seen a couple passes. Nothing has been successful in terms of through the air. They've kept the ball on the ground, both teams have. They both have a rushing touchdown, but they've definitely been trying to keep the ball out of the air.
And the key right now, the difference, is the missed extra point and then the 2-point conversion by Windsor. And here's Robinson. He'll take the handoff and swallowed up by 3 defenders, and then a flag comes in. Most likely going to be a late hit, as it looked like he had 2 Windsor defenders wrapped him up, and then another one came in and hit him possibly a little late.
Yeah, it looks like Robinson is in some pain right now.
So was that a thrown out? So the ref, not only did they get the 15-yard penalty, but he'll be out of the game.
And that was number 77, Caleb Harrington. I didn't quite see what he did. I guess it was a late hit.
Yeah, I think so. We'll take a look at the replay, and it looks like there's a couple guys because there were 3 defenders right there. A couple guys had Robinson, and it looked like his momentum, forward progress was stopped, and then kind of coming in a little late. And that's the type of play that in the NFL you'll see. It's a 15-yard penalty, but in high school there's no tolerance, and it's the penalty and the ejection. So unfortunately for Windsor, they are down a man, but hopefully for the Woodstock squad, Robinson will be okay.
Yeah, it looks he's standing on the sidelines now, keeled over a little bit. I think he's just in pain.
His wrist,
I don't think he exactly. Yeah, it's hard to say where he's injured.
So Woodstock will hand it to the up man. He just goes right up the middle. And that is Hunter Balch on the carry. And it looks like Woodstock is happy to just let the clock run down, and they will. So, after one half here in Woodstock, Windsor leads 8-6. We'll take a break, come right back, talk of the second half, and have the second half kickoff. You're watching the YCN Game of the Week.